Hello, Misfits. This is Kevin.
And this is Kate.
Welcome to Horrorwood.
You've got a lot of attitude today.
I wanted it to be sassy.
And it was.
Good.
I'm sure you've heard us say this before, but we're nominated for an Ambie Award and we're freaking excited.
It's so cool. We're nominated for Best Indie Podcast Host.
Yes, and I cannot wait. If you happen to be part of the Podcast Academy that does the voting and you listen to us, maybe if you like it, throw a vote our way.
We're going to go to the ceremony. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fun. It's hosted by Tig Notaro. It's in McCormick
I'm so
Place.
excited for that.
I am so looking forward to it.
Yay. So we just had to shout it out again because that's what we're going to do.
We're going to keep talking about it until it happens.
Until we lose, and then we'll never mention
Don't
it.
say that, Kate.
I have zero expectations.
I do too, absolutely. But we're nominated.
I know, that's really cool. Just to be there with a bunch of creators and
yeah, I wonder who's all going to be there.
who knows? We'll see.
We'll see. All right, listen up, movie buffs, scandal junkies, and Kate, and listeners.
Yes. Apparently, I'm neither of the other two things.
I needed to single you out.
I'm okay. I like to stand alone.
Good.
That's okay.
That's good. Do you remember MoviePass? Do you know about MoviePass?
No.
Okay. It was the too good to be true $9.95 a month ticket to unlimited movies in theaters.
Any theater?
Most theaters.
Okay.
Wasn't any theater. It depended on agreements and partnerships and all of that. Well, buckle up because behind that sweet deal was a blockbuster-sized disaster filled with greed, deception, and some seriously shady business moves.
Oh.
From explosive growth to epic collapse.
Yikes.
Complete with FBI investigations and tech buzzword trickery.
Trickery.
This is the wild story of how MoviePass went from Hollywood's golden ticket to a cautionary tale. So grab your popcorn because the scandal's got more twists than a summer thriller. Let's roll, queens.
So Kevin only had a couple sips of coffee, and whenever he's had little coffee, he's at his wildest. And
Right.
he's been wilding out this morning.
Wile it out, yes. I wish it would stop, but I can't. Okay, let's start the story.
Oh, it did stop. All right.
It's the year 2011.
Oh, not that long ago.
Entrepreneurs Stacy Spikes and Hammett Watt envisioned a groundbreaking service that could revolutionize moviegoing. Spikes was a former Miramax executive, and Watt was a serial entrepreneur.
Serial Cereal or serial
No,
Serai?
Seri.
Okay.
Even today, in his career, he is about starting businesses.
Okay.
He's like, let's get that startup money. Let's invest.
Sure.
He has a firm now. where
Ambitious.
He's very ambitious. So Spikes and Watt get together after working in the same circles.
Get together as just business partners?
Business partners.
Okay.
Yes. They had sex. No, I'm kidding.
Well, at the last episode we recorded, there was a lot of...
There's a lot of sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were friends. They ran in the same circles. They had this idea for MoviePass, and they launched it.
Great.
They got together. They planned it all out, got a little bit of funding, and then it was out there.
All right.
Which was, of course, a subscription-based service designed to make theatrical experiences more affordable. Their goal was simple, but it was ambitious. Offer movie lovers a way to see films more frequently without breaking the bank.
Kind of like Netflix, but IRL.
Yeah, in real life, exactly. So movies are kind of expensive nowadays. It's
Yeah.
not crazy, but to go to Regal on a night that's not the cheap night or AMC, you're paying over $15.
Oh, easy.
So it can get really expensive really fast. Nothing compared to live theater, in my honest opinion, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's
Anyway,
throwing
you know
some
what I'm laying
shade.
down? You know what I'm talking about?
Again, he's had very little coffee.
I've only had water with peach electrolytes. So the company debuted in beta testing that June of 2011.
Okay.
Initially testing the waters first in San Francisco, which doesn't surprise me.
Right.
That's where all tech startups are.
They're based there, right? Or no?
MoviePass?
These two people.
Yeah, they're based in California. Yeah, definitely. So early on, MoviePass operated using a voucher-based system where users printed tickets at home and then took them to the theater to redeem them.
But what if you don't have a printer?
You're fucked.
Great.
The system, however, proved cumbersome, and the company faced resistance from the theater chains, even forcing a brief hiatus. It didn't start great.
Okay.
They were like, here we go. You'll buy this from us. We'll print it out. You'll print it out. You'll take it to the theater, redeem it.
Okay.
And throughout this whole thing, there's not great communication with the theater chains.
That feels like something that would be important.
Exactly. And I will dive into AMC in particular. Took huge issue with all of this, even threatening legal action.
Oh, damn.
But we'll talk about that later in the story. Despite the setbacks that they faced in that first year, not Nicholas Sparks, Spikes and Watt continued to refine the model, ultimately shifting it to a mobile application that was paired with a prepaid debit card in October 2012. And essentially, you would just get the money on the card to buy the ticket with your subscription.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the innovative approach allowed users to purchase tickets directly at any theater accepting major credit cards, effectively bypassing the traditional ticketing limitations that they faced to begin with. So they would give them the prepaid card, they'd go to the movie theater, use the card to buy the ticket.
Yeah.
MoviePass quickly caught the attention of investors, attracting funding from notable firms like True Ventures, AOL Ventures, Lambert Media, and Moxie Pictures. By 2016, the service had amassed around 20,000 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Modest, but promising.
Yeah.
That same year, a pivotal leadership shift occurred. Mitch Lowe, a former Netflix and Redbox executive.
Oh, remember Redbox?
Yeah, they still exist.
I do see them from time to time.
Yeah, and I think it's also kind of a streaming rental service as well. I think you can do it online now. He joins MoviePass as CEO of the company.
Okay.
Lowe, who had been advising the company since 2014, was brought in to scale operations and reimagine the company's pricing strategies. You have all these people investing now. You have 20,000 subscribers. They're looking to go to the next level business-wise. So Stacey Spikes and Hammett Wyatt were sort of, I don't want to say like tossed to the side, but they're the founders of the company. They're still involved.
Yeah.
But now that you're bringing all these other entities in, you're building your board of directors, then the decisions sort of don't become your own anymore, you know? So they're still working for the company, but not in high leadership roles. Spikes goes on to work as the COO, so he was the chief officer of operations. And Wyatt sort of, he doesn't lead the company. He's still a chair, but he's not really like focused on that anymore.
Okay.
And I want to note here also, because I did see an article about this, that there might have allegedly been some racial bias going on because Spikes and Wyatt are black.
Okay.
And in an article, Spikes does talk a little bit about how that felt like it could have been a factor.
Yeah. What was Spike's first name again?
Stacy.
So when you said Stacy at the top, I just assumed it was female.
Oh, no. This is a male identifying person.
Gotcha.
So with Lowe at the helm, MoviePass began experimenting with new pricing structures. Subscription plans were tested regionally with options ranging from $15 for 2 movies per month to $50 for 6 movies, with premium options for 3D screenings. Despite criticism that these high-end plans alienated frequent moviegoers, Lowe remained committed to refining the model. So a year later, it's August 2017, a major shift occurred when analytics firm Helios and Matheson Analytics Incorporated, HMNY,
Okay.
led by CEO Theodore Farnsworth, acquired a majority stake in MoviePass for $27 million.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of money, honey. But these are the high rollers
Wow.
in their suits, banging on those accounts.
Banging away.
Farnsworth was known for his aggressive business strategies. I glitched. I'm so sorry. Farnsworth was known for his aggressive business strategies and sought to use MoviePass as a data-driven platform, leveraging subscriber habits for targeted advertising and marketing opportunities.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to get you information.
Exactly.
See exactly what you were doing so he could plan what you were doing.
And make money off what you were doing.
And make money off what you were doing. So under HMNY's ownership, Lowe and Farnsworth implemented a bold and highly publicized new pricing model. For $9.95 per month, subscribers could see one movie per day.
Oh.
No blackout dates, no restrictions.
I feel like I would get bored seeing a movie a day. Like, I don't...
Yeah, and figure in, like, you have to research it, buy it. You have to go to the theater.
I mean, that's the thing. You have to leave your house. God.
Exactly. I mean, if Redbox Netflix person didn't figure that out sooner, I don't know who did.
Blockbuster?
I miss Blockbuster. I remember I've talked about this 100 times, but I would go to Dave's Video in Parkersburg, West Virginia as a kid, and it had these little, like, tags on the videos, and you'd grab a tag for the video and take it to the counter.
Oh, uh-huh.
I loved it.
Just that process of grabbing a
Yeah,
tag.
I was like, I had my little handful of tags.
Aw.
All right, so MoviePass. The impact of this new structure for $9.95 a month for a movie a day was immediate and dramatic, which I think is what they wanted.
Yeah.
Within 48 hours of the announcement, 175,000 new potential viewers, flooded the platform. And by the end of 2017, subscriber numbers soared past 1 million.
Wow.
By mid-2018, 3 million.
Oh my goodness.
MoviePass had become a household name, dominating conversations from industry boardrooms to social media feeds. During this meteoric rise, MoviePass began expanding its reach. In January 2018, the company announced MoviePass Ventures, a subsidiary created to co-acquire films with traditional distributors. This initiative marked MoviePass's entry into film production and distribution, with the hope of driving traffic to theaters through exclusive offerings.
Mm-hmm.
Around this same time, HMNY further solidified its control when it converted financial advances into equity and raised its ownership stake to over 91%.
Wow.
MoviePass Films, which was, of course, a subsidiary of Helios and Matheson Analytics, acquired Emmett/Furla Oasis Films, EFO, and their production assets.
Okay.
So they went out and bought a company, basically, that was already existing.
All right.
The company co-distributed American Animals and Gotti, 2 movies, but faced controversy when Gotti received suspiciously high audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes, which then caused allegations of review manipulation. I mean, I feel like this is still practiced today, though, sometimes.
Are you saying that the company was buying reviews?
Yeah.
Like paying people to leave a good review?
Yep.
Yikes.
So they're like, we bought a movie studio. Hey, look, these 2 movies came out. Hey, look, that one is doing amazing. So yeah, MoviePass's film's first original production was 10 Minutes Gone, starring Bruce Willis, as part of a 3-film deal with the actor. The company also acquired equity stakes in 2 Neon films. However, MoviePass Films soon hit legal issues.
Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
No,
that's what
and that's what they're
sounds
trying
like.
to do.
Yeah.
They're like, this is a money maker.
They're trying to monopolize
Everything, and too quickly and too fast, with a model that we're about to learn does not work.
Okay.
So, MoviePass faces legal troubles. Bose Schiller Film Group sued EFO in March 2019 for breaching a financing agreement for the Escape Plan sequels. And in October 2019, Oasis Ventures Entertainment sued MoviePass Films for unauthorized dealings with Helios and Matheson. That sounds like a lot. Essentially, the movie studios were like, this is all fucking shit.
Everybody's just suing everybody.
Sue, lawsuit.
Yeah.
You get a lawsuit.
You get a lawsuit.
But despite that, MoviePass Films continued making Boss Level its final release. Plans to produce American Trader, The Trial of Axis Sally were abandoned, with the rights transferred to Vertical Entertainment and Redbox Entertainment.
Redbox. So the guy that's part of it is still part of it?
Yeah, he's the CEO still.
So they transferred the rights to basically themselves again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fun, right?
interesting. I'm surprised I don't remember MoviePass. Clearly I was not a subscriber.
So the vision of MoviePass continued to be clear despite productions. Create a service that not only democratized access to theaters, but also harnessed consumer behavior data to power targeted promotions and build partnerships with studios and exhibitors. So throughout these developments, the roles of Lowe and Farnsworth became central to the company's direction. Lowe, with his streaming and kiosk background, championed the concept of convenience and accessibility for moviegoers. Farnsworth, with his data analytics and marketing expertise, envisioned transforming MoviePass into a tech-driven powerhouse capable of reshaping how audiences experienced cinema. Meanwhile, original co-founder Stacy Spikes remained deeply involved as the company's COO. So he's still COO there.
Okay. What about the other guy? Watt?
Not there. I mean, involved, but not in any of these giant roles.
Oh, I see.
So Spikes is advocating for sustainable growth and innovative technological solutions. He's like, no, this isn't going to work.
So he was trying to
he's trying
put
to
a stop
say,
to it.
right,
To what they're doing.
right, but they're not listening.
Okay.
So though their methods and ambitions differed, together they built MoviePass into an industry disruptor. For a brief moment, it seemed that the future of moviegoing was in their hands, but behind the scenes, cracks in the foundation were beginning to form. The ambitious promises that had fueled MoviePass's rapid ascent would soon be tested by the harsh realities of business economics and consumer behavior. For a while, MoviePass felt like a dream come true. So you have the flat $9.95 a month, and you could see a movie every day. Who wouldn't want to jump on that? Millions of people did, but it didn't take long for it to start going downhill. And when things fell apart, the fallout didn't just hit the subscribers, but the entire movie theater industry.
I mean, I would think theaters would be losing a ton of money doing that. Obviously.
Well, yeah.
What was their share of that $9.95? Do we know?
I'll tell you.
Oh,
it's
okay.
in the information coming up. So people rushed to sign up, and in less than a year, we have millions of users. But theaters quickly saw a problem. MoviePass was paying full price for every ticket, meaning they were bleeding money fast.
Wait, so MoviePass was actually paying for those tickets every single day? That seems like a terrible plan.
Yeah. You think?
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, even me over here without any business sense in terms of, like, you know, the economics of all of that can tell you right now, you can't charge someone for one movie, but then pay for 30 movies yourself. Like, that does not add up.
Yeah.
They needed me on board. I could have let them know.
It's messed up. So despite MoviePass bringing more people into theaters, some chains weren't impressed by this. They saw the chaos starting to brew.
Yeah.
So this is where I looked it up because I was like, well, what exactly? This doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you come up with that? And so there's a few things out there. I looked through a bunch of Reddit threads to see what
You love a Reddit thread.
I love Reddit. I posted for the first time on it.
Look at you.
Not about this, something else. What they were essentially banking on was that not everyone is going to be constantly using the MoviePass every day.
Right.
They thought the revenue from membership would outweigh how much people actually used it.
Oh, that's a dumb idea.
Yeah. They were also hoping that it would be so popular that movie theaters would eventually start selling them base price, like discounted tickets in bulk, which didn't happen.
I love they're just like, well, you know, maybe the theaters will just give us this money. No.
And since moviegoers would feel like they weren't spending too much on tickets, they would be more likely to buy concessions. And MoviePass was also thinking, oh, well, we can get a cut of those concessions as well.
I love that they just assumed that theaters were just going to give them money.
I will say that they did drive up the concessions.
Well, sure, of course.
Purchases. Not that they deserve a cut of that money, but yeah. So that's what they were thinking. They're like, oh, look at all these revenue streams that are going to open up and come along to make this like a really great company.
Guys.
The biggest clash against MoviePass came from AMC Theaters, which is, of course, one of the largest movie chains in the United States.
Yeah.
AMC was not buying into the hype. In fact, they hated it. And they publicly bashed the $9.95 model, calling it a threat to the industry and flat out unsustainable.
Did anyone from AMC say, actually, we don't want this? We don't want to participate in this?
So they never said that they would stop people from using it, which is a misconception that they said that. It was MoviePass that pulled out of AMC.
Oh, okay.
So MoviePass was devaluing the experience of going to the movies and setting up customers for disappointment when the service inevitably collapsed. So to top it off, AMC was angry that MoviePass was using their theaters without any sort of formal partnership agreement.
How do you not have contracts in place for that kind of thing? You have all of these assumptions. These are supposed to be smart men who've run companies.
Right. They're really screwing the pooch.
Oh, guys, I could have run this
So in 2018, AMC struck back by launching AMC Stubs A-List, which was a competing subscription service offering 3 movies a week for $19.95 for $20.
Okay.
It was more expensive than MoviePass, but it included premium formats like IMAX and 3D, and one was run directly by the theaters. And unlike MoviePass, AMC's program was actually sustainable. So battle lines drawn. And other theater chains quickly followed AMC's lead.
Sure.
Yeah. Regal launched Regal Unlimited, and Cinemark introduced Movie Club. These services offered steady perks without the chaos MoviePass customers were facing. As these theater-owned services gained ground, MoviePass users started to question why they should stick with a service that kept changing the rules.
Yeah. You lose your audience that way,
yeah,
literally.
Exactly. So MoviePass customers started to get frustrated. At first, they could see almost any movie at any time.
Of course.
But suddenly, blockbusters disappeared from the app. Where was Avengers Infinity War? Where was Mission Impossible Fallout?
Not in that app.
And MoviePass never warned them. They'd just show up to the theater and find their app wasn't working.
Wow. What a horrible plan.
Because you bought your ticket through the MoviePass app.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden you get there and there's no ticket.
Ooh, there's nothing good about to happen.
Kate, it's only downhill right now.
Yoinks.
So then came peak pricing, which charged users an extra fee for popular movies.
Oh, geez.
People were furious. Wasn't the whole point that movies were supposed to be included in the monthly fee? To make matters worse, MoviePass forced some users to upload photos of their ticket stubs to verify their purchases. But the app was glitchy, and failing to upload a photo would get your account suspended.
Wow.
Twitter and Reddit lit up with complaints. #MoviePassFail started trending as users vented about sudden blackouts, price hikes, terrible customer service.
Oof.
Once, MoviePass even reset thousands of passwords, locking out its most active users without warning and under the false claim of suspicious activity.
Oh my God.
Nobody's buying it.
Yeah.
While theaters thrived on their own subscription services, MoviePass spiraled out of control. By mid-2018, the company was burning through $40 million a month.
Shit!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Honeys!
Yeah. And had to borrow $5 million just to keep the lights on. So their stock price plummeted from double digits to mere cents.
Oh, wow.
Investors bailed, and theater chains were more than happy to watch the chaos from the sidelines.
Yeah, I bet. They're like, pass me the popcorn now, bitch.
Whoa. AMC and other chains emerged from the fight stronger than ever. All of those subscription services became a big hit with the theater chains. And meanwhile, MoviePass was floundering, changing its terms basically every other week. and
Jeez.
bleeding customers who had simply had enough.
Yeah.
So then we have September 2019 rolls around, and MoviePass shuts down entirely, leaving millions of former subscribers angry, confused, and scrambling for refunds that would never come.
Oh, wow.
The downfall wasn't just about a broken business model. It was about broken trust. Theaters, once MoviePass's reluctant, partners in this, I mean, partner, the loosest term ever.
Sure.
Right now.
It doesn't sound like they had any real...
It doesn't sound like they had any real, full agreements, nor could I find, what that looked like or how that's run. I mean, because the thing is also, the theaters are getting money for the tickets.
Sure.
They're getting full price for the ticket, but then they're watching their moviegoers, be fucked around by this company. And they knew it wasn't sustainable from the start.
Yeah.
So I could understand not having a huge formal agreement, but also, I don't know, you'd want to be clued in on that stuff, it feels like.
It feels illegal not to have a contract in place.
I will tell you, there's a court case that just got decided. So yeah, it was the kind of crash you couldn't look away from. MoviePass, once the hottest deal in entertainment, went from a pop culture phenomenon to a courtroom drama. And at the center of it all, the company's top executives, Mitch Lowe and Theodore Farnsworth, facing serious fraud charges that would lead them straight from the boardroom to the courtroom.
Look at you writing those lines.
Riding in my truck while I drive across the...
So for those who are like, what? We just recorded an episode where we talked about a guy with a twang in his voice, a bit of a cowboy. And Kevin has been writing that description ever since. He is feeling it. He's feeling his Western self. And he's loving every second.
Hi, little ladies. My finger's broken. Love me. Anyway.
Listen to the Gary DeVore episodes. It'll make a lot more sense.
I'm so sorry. I'll shut up. So after bleeding cash for months due to its disastrous movie plans, MoviePass, of course, shuts down on September 14th, 2019, officially. Okay, so then after they shut down, Helios and Matheson Analytics, HMNY, the parent company of MoviePass, files for bankruptcy shortly after, revealing the full scale of the financial disaster. Investors had lost millions of dollars.
Damn.
And users were left with worthless tickets.
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah. But in November 2022, the Department of Justice unsealed an indictment charging Theodore Farnsworth and Mitch Lowe with securities fraud and wire fraud.
Damn.
Prosecutors alleged that the pair had lied to investors to artificially pump up HMNY's stock price while the company was hemorrhaging money.
Uh-oh.
According to the DOJ, Farnsworth and Lowe painted a false picture of MoviePass's viability. They claimed that the $9.95 unlimited plan was tested, profitable, and sustainable. But prosecutors said they knew the opposite was true. It was a gimmick to grow their subscriber numbers and to boost HMNY's stock price. They also bragged about having AI-powered technology that could monetize subscriber data through targeted advertising. What was the problem with that? That technology didn't exist.
Guys, it's business class 101.
Right. Worse still, Farnsworth and Lowe were accused of deceiving investors by claiming that multiple revenue streams beyond just the subscriptions would cover MoviePass's growing losses.
Yeah, all of those
the things that I mentioned of getting
all those
the concessions.
Profit shares they thought were coming their way with zero agreement in place.
Right. In reality, MoviePass was making almost no money outside the monthly fees and burning through millions to cover those ticket costs.
So insane.
So behind the scenes, things were even shadier. According to the FTC and the DOJ, Federal Trade Commission, and the Department of Justice, the executives directed MoviePass employees to throttle power users, those who watched the most movies, to reduce losses.
Wait, what?
They were throttling power users. People who went to the movies the most, they started targeting them to not be able to go. And throttling them was like making the app inaccessible.
Oh, I thought you said the DOJ was doing this.
No, they revealed
Got it.
that the executives directed employees to throttle the power users. Because, like, have you ever heard of throttling? Like, it's...
Yeah, I guess I'm not familiar with that.
It's this thing, I mean, if you think about it, allegedly thinking about, like, Wi-Fi companies, maybe. So maybe when most people are using the internet at one certain time, maybe it becomes slower for you. And why would it become slower? Because then that reduces the cost for the company.
Okay. I think I understand what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, they were like, oh, look at these people who use this all the time. Make it not work for them.
Got it. Okay. I see.
So they won't use it.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to pay for it.
Right. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
I see no issue with that.
So the case finally reaches the courtroom in early 2024 against these two.
Damn.
And it was every bit as dramatic as the company's downfall. Prosecutors brought receipts, emails from Lowe and Farnsworth showing that they knew their plan was unsustainable. In one email, Lowe was warned by an executive that the company's password reset scheme would likely draw attention of the Federal Trade Commission. Lowe's infamous reply was, okay, I get it. Let's try it with a small group.
You guys. Don't leave a paper trail. Like,
No.
why are you putting all this in writing? There's so many steps. Again, I never went to business school. I could tell you right now, I see the mistakes.
Terrible. As the trial progresses, it became clear that the evidence was overwhelming. And it's in September 2024, Mitch Lowe pleads guilty to conspiracy to commit securities fraud, admitting that he had lied to investors and to the public. Shortly after, in January 2025, just last month, Theodore Farnsworth follows suit and pleads guilty to one count of securities fraud and one count of conspiracy to commit securities fraud. Farnsworth faces up to 20 to 25 years in prison for securities fraud and 5 years for conspiracy.
When is the sentencing? Do we know?
The sentencing, I have updates from the DOJ website. Lowe faces up to 5 years for his role in the scheme. So it was Lowe was working as the CEO of MoviePass. Farnsworth is the head of this company that owns MoviePass.
I see. Yeah.
So if anybody's going down harder, I think it's the guy who owns the top tier.
Gotcha.
I will say Farnsworth, looking into his background, he started like so many companies in Florida particularly, and he does not have a great reputation of being like a fair player. I'll just say that. Allegedly.
Yikes.
So here's updates from the DOJ website directly.
Okay.
So on January 7th, 2025, defendant Theodore Farnsworth pled guilty to one count of securities fraud and one count of conspiracy to commit securities fraud. A status conference is set for July 10th, 2025 at 10 a.m. before Judge David S. Leibowitz.
Okay.
If you are a victim of either the HMNY, MoviePass, and or the Vinco Ventures fraud scheme and wish to submit a victim impact statement ahead of sentencing, you may complete the form below and return it to us via... Well, you know what? Whatever. If you want to do that, go to the DOJ website.
I was like, the form below, where are you posting this?
I'm not posting a form. I just copy-pasted this as an update. And now I'm like, you should have cut that part out, Kevin. Go to the DOJ website, look up MoviePass, and then they have an email address to where you can send your story.
All right.
So a superseding information as to the defendant Theodore Farnsworth was filed on December 23rd, 2024. And then that was before his admitting to being guilty. And then back in September, we know that defendant Lowe pled guilty. And yeah, sorry, that was jumbled. Really just updating the first part. So in July 10th. Yeah, that's when that's coming up.
All righty. That's wild.
Oh, Mitch Lowe's status conference related to his case is March 21st, 2025.
Oh, so pretty soon.
So that's coming up too.
And that'll probably be a little foreshadowing to see what Farnsworth is going to get.
Yeah. I'm excited. We'll have updates.
Were you a part of MoviePass?
No, Spencer was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like, it was crazy.
Oh,
Things
wow.
just wouldn't work. He would go to the movies and then it wouldn't be available.
That's so shitty.
People hated it. I remember when all this was going down and everybody was freaking out.
Wow.
Okay, those guys taken care of. Back to the story. The MoviePass saga ended not with a bang, but with handcuffs. Investors lost their savings, customers lost trust, and the company became a symbol of corporate deception. Meanwhile, the theater industry that once feared MoviePass kind of emerged stronger with their own subscription service.
Well, yeah.
They were like, yeah, we see the model, but I think we actually know how to make it work for us.
They're like, nice try, though.
I see what you're trying to do, but we'll do it on our own. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
There's a fabulous documentary about this whole thing. It's the HBO documentary MoviePass Movie Crash.
Ooh.
And it tells the dramatic story of this whole thing. It was directed by Muta Ali Muhammad, and the film chronicles the company's rise, fall, and legal fallout. And the documentary exposes everything.
Ooh, I want to watch it.
And the story closes with Spike's comeback, Stacy Spike. He bought MoviePass out of bankruptcy in 2021.
Really?
And relaunched it with a sustainable credit-based model, achieving profitability in 2023, a feat the previous leadership never accomplished.
Did he rename it? Because I would if I were him.
It's still MoviePass.
Really?
MoviePass. My next sentence was MoviePass is back, y'all. But but this time it's under new leadership and with a business model that actually works. So MoviePass's second act is being directed by Stacy Spikes, the same man who co-founded the company. And after being pushed out during the company's chaotic years under Helios and Matheson, Spikes bought MoviePass back at a bankruptcy auction in November 2021 for just $140,000.
I don't know. I feel like if I were him, I would just cut my losses.
A bargain price for a brand that once had millions of subscribers. Spikes, who knows a thing or two about running a movie business, promised to rebuild it the right way and win back the trust. So MoviePass officially relaunched in September 2022, but with some major changes. Gone is the unsustainable unlimited plan that led to the downfall. Instead, the company introduced a tiered credit system. Plans start at $10 a month, with higher tiers, $20 and $30, offering more credits. Users spend credits to see movies, with the number of credits varying based on factors like showtime, location, format being like IMAX, 3D.
Sure.
And popular movies during peak times cost more credits, while off-peak showings are cheaper.
This sounds like so many rules. I'll just go to the theater and buy my ticket. Thank you so much.
But this new system reflects it's a system that rewards flexibility and keeps costs under control, both for the company and for subscribers. So you pay more money to have more credits. The more credits you have, you can see more movies at certain times, but it just depends on like popularity.
I'll just go to Alamo.
Go for it. Yeah,
book my seats in advance and order my milkshake.
Yeah.
And my burger and fries.
And you have every right to do that. Spikes has also brought some tech upgrades to the table. The new MoviePass platform uses AI-powered enhancements to manage inventory, track demand, and predict user behavior. Things that, ironically, Farnsworth and Lowe falsely claimed to have back in the day. This time, though, it's a real thing. So the company is also dipping into new tech experiences, such as a VR app that allows users to watch movie trailers on platforms like MetaQuest and Apple Vision Pro. One of the smartest moves was offering bonus credits to previous MoviePass users who stuck around through the chaos.
Oh, wow.
So Spikes knows that customer loyalty was burned badly during the Helios and Matheson years, and he's working to make amends. So how's it going? Pretty good.
Okay.
By 2023, the company had not only surpassed 1 million movies watched under the new system, but also hit something it never achieved before. Profitability. It's a major milestone and proof that this version of MoviePass isn't running on fantasy math.
Yes. Fantasy math usually doesn't work
It doesn't
out.
work out very well. So Spikes has been clear. This is not about chasing unrealistic growth or burning through investor cash. It's about building a sustainable business that genuinely benefits moviegoers and theaters alike. So MoviePass is now, it's still up against stiff competition from the theater loyalty programs, but Spikes is betting on his company's flexibility and tech-forward approach to win customers back. The MoviePass story is a crazy one. One thing's for sure, the credits are rolling on MoviePass's past mistakes, and a new chapter is playing now.
Look at you with your writing.
Thank you.
I love all your little words.
And that's the story of MoviePass.
I love all your little words. That's crazy. I would be so pissed if I were those customers. Also, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have money back then because it sounds like something I probably would have liked to do if I had had money to spend every single month and thought I would actually like make use of that. But woof.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let us know if you were a victim of MoviePass.
Did you have MoviePass?
You can let us know on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Spotify at
Horrorwood Podcast.
Or send us an email at
horrorwoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can jump on over to Patreon at
patreon.com/horrorwoodpodcast.
And if you don't want to go to the theater, just sit on your couch at home like I do and watch TV
Watch
there.
TV and Netflix. Are You Afraid of the Dark? The 90s scary show on Nickelodeon is streaming now on Paramount Plus.
I saw you post about that.
Blah.